Now, Stacy asked, do you believe in life after death? Well, in one of my books, Me, My Psyche and I, which is available through Indigo in Canada, or what is that big company that sells books? Amazon. And also on my own site, mindthatseekstruth.com. You can read a sample chapter of Me, My Psyche and I don't know which chapter it is, but I have a big chapter on this particular question. And I try to minimize it a little bit here for you, but for more information, then sorry, you gotta go on find that copy, and you can maybe in your library, maybe that's available, I don't know. Well, in order to discuss the question of do you believe life after death, let's explore somehow where do we come from. So when maybe that helps us to see if there is another place after we are not here no longer. Short of the long is that if we are not here and we appear to be here, that means we came from somewhere. So if we came from somewhere, obviously we should be able to go back to wherever it is. So it should be two-way. So that's an easy way of saying. But let's explore it a little bit. Let's understand what we are. Are we a physical entity? Because if we are a physical entity, there's always a limited duration for anything physical. A horse has a limited physical life, right? But is it just a physical entity that we are in connection? If it was physical entity, then everything would just die and never come back. Even the trees, when they go through a certain cycle and the leaves fall off, and we don't see them, no blooming of flowers or blossoms or no fruits or anything on it, and we think it's dead, but it then sprouts again next year. So is what we are interacting in life, trees, animals, ourselves, is it just what we see, or is there another part to them? Well, the way I see it, we are made out of two things: physical body and the mind, the energy. So our entity is made out of mind and the body. Body having a physical appearance, a physical presence. Mind doesn't have a physical presence, but it's there, which is actually the most important part of making this body function. Without the mind, the body doesn't do anything. So obviously, we are not just a physical entity. If we were, I would submit that when we don't work anymore, when we die, we perish. There's nothing else to us. But since we are alive, and then there's something called mind that actually makes the body work, but we don't see it, therefore, if we can't see it while we're alive, why do we believe that it doesn't exist when we die? Because we couldn't see it, but yet we accepted it that it is why our body works. Then why is it that when our body doesn't work, we also think the mind is dead? How could that be? Because we couldn't see it when our body was working anyhow. We had no evidence to believe that it is part of the body, and we understood that it's not part of the body. So if it's not part of the body, then it cannot be dying when the body dies, because it has a different characteristics. And for the same reason, if you realize when you get up in the morning, you're vigorous and full of energy. But through your daily life, negotiating your daily life and doing things, you get exhausted. Or even if you don't do anything, sit on the couch and have potato chips and watch a movie, in the afternoon, at the end of the day, you feel exhausted. Because something has been facilitating your livelihood. your existence, your life while you were sitting on the couch or while you were doing things. That's called energy. In Japanese, it's called it ki, K-I. Chinese call it chi. So that ki that has been used to facilitate your body to sit on the couch or do your things is now not as much as it was in the morning when you felt all vigorous, I can take on the world. So what happened? What was it that you used, and where did it go? And how do I get it back? Well, if you notice, when you sleep, suddenly you fill up. You get up in the morning and your battery is charged up. So when you sleep, your mind enters into certain frequency that accepts the charges, the key of the universe, and you're filled up and charged up vigorous in the morning again. And then you go about your business, and again you deplete, and then it's like a battery of a car. The car being our body, the tank or the toy being our body, and the battery being our mind. So battery gets charged up. You put it in the toy, and the toy moves and works and so on, and then it depletes, and then you charge the battery again. Then you put it in the toy again, and it works. Same thing. We sleep, we charge up, we get up, we work. We deplete, we sleep, we charge up, accept the key, the energy of the universe, and then we get up in the morning and we work. But there is a time eventually that battery, when you charge it up, doesn't accept charge anymore. It's too old. It's too many times it's been done, and it doesn't accept it. Therefore, the battery cannot accept the charge. But the charge itself is in existence still, because it used to come from somewhere to charge a battery. It's only the battery that it cannot accept the charge anymore. But the charge hasn't happened anything to it. So when you sleep, you may not be able to accept the charge as good as before, but it's because the ability of you accepting the charge, the key, the energy, the life energy, is gone towards the end of it. But the charge and the key, the energy of the universe, is still out there, still where it came from, still coming to you. You just can't get it and absorb it and hold it anymore, like the battery of the car. So, if we accept that analogy, then when we die, our physical ability dies, but the charges that were coming to us while we were alive cannot die, still in the universe as it was coming, so it's still there. And whatever we learned and experienced in life, as wisdom, as knowledge, and so on, experiences, is communicated, in my opinion, with the collective consciousness of the universe. That's how universe becomes wiser, through every one of us, each one of us. How we experience life, how we learn, what knowledge we gather, what experience we go through. These are all individually, every one of us, adding to the wisdom, collective wisdom of the universe. That's how the universe has a chance to experience things and learn how to make itself better for the next generation, so on and so forth. That's the way of thinking. So, where does that energy that always kept coming to us goes when we die? Well, what can it go? Outside the universe? The energy doesn't die. We just proved that in a way. So if it doesn't die, where does it go? Well, it goes where it is. It doesn't go in the ground, because that's not where the energy goes. If you think of yourself as an entity that mind and body, energy and physical, well, the energy is not harnessed. It is free. That's why you feel your loved ones across the world. You can somehow feel them, and there are feelings that you can't explain, but physically you have no way of reaching the other side of the world, but mentally you can, because everything is made out of energy, and all these energies are connected with each other. Just like a drop of the ocean, that you take it out, it looks like it's a drop of the ocean, but it's part of the ocean. Look, if you go in front of the ocean and scoop a bit of water out, and you say, my water, in your eyes it's your water, but in the eyes of the great universe is part of the great, in the eyes of the great ocean, is part of the great ocean's water. It just happens to be in your hand. Now, same thing, we have encased, we've brought a little bit of an energy of life encased in our body, and we say, my life. In my eyes is my life. That what makes me tick, that what makes me function. But in the eyes of the great nature is part of the nature's life in me. Just like that water out of the ocean, if I keep the water out too long, it will spoil. And if I want it to be fresh and I need to put it back in the ocean to have it conflux with the rest of the ocean water to be fresh and have an interchange. Same thing with me. If I don't learn how to let this energy that I've encased in my body as part of the universal life and call it my life, if I don't let this energy have conflux and interchange with the energy of the universe, it will be cooped up and I easily get sick, cold, this and that, so forth. So we got to learn how to exchange this energy. This is when we sleep. The energy changes and fills up new, fresh. Like when you cook in the kitchen and there's lots of smoke and you open the window and let the smoke out and fresh air come in. We also need to learn how to do this while we're awake. That is done by the way of meditation. That we encourage the exchange and interchange of the life in us and the life of the nature. And just like that water of the ocean, we put it back, let it have conflux and interchange. So we'll be fresh and energized. That's why we do exercise to bring more energy into ourselves and so on. So if you understand that we are made out of mind and body, not just the body, then you understand that if your body dies, your part of the vehicle of the mind has died. The vehicle that makes the mind go here and there has died. But the mind itself, which is part of the energy of the universe that was encased in our body, it doesn't die. It's part in us. So we, in fact, in a way, we're always alive, only in different shape, because we also were in a different shape when we came to this earth, to this life, to experience this life in this physical form. I don't believe that everything that we are is just a physical form. There must be more to us that makes this physical form work. You know, laymen say tongue tastes and legs walk. But in fact, mind, the energy, tastes food through tongue and walks through manipulation of legs. So it is really our mind that lives. It is really the energy that lives, and the energy is abundance, is part of the great universal energy, great nature. So it is not, the energy we have is not the whole life, it's part of the bigger energy, and so it always belongs to the universe and goes back. And therefore, I don't believe that we actually die in the sense that we think our body dies and still will live on in different way. How? I don't know. That's the extent of my knowledge for now. So I hope that was something for you to think about and another angle to look at things.